¿Qué tal, amigos? I'm Marcelino Ortiz, and you're watching LatiNation Football Club. We have a great show this week, but let's get started with this show, and that's why I'm here with Nik Z, Chiva Mayor, my good friends and trusted collaborators, and we're going to talk about Leagues Cup, this tournament that we spent most of our summer prepping for it, and then 1 week of massive amount of games. The Mexican teams, they were actually pretty tight, guys. Do you guys know that we, at the group stage, MLS edged just by 2 games Liga MX. Otherwise, it was a pretty even number of wins by each league. But we have the final 8. Guys, how are you? Welcome to the LatiNation Football.
Great.
Saludos, saludos. Feliz de estar acá.
¿Verdad? Let's start with one of the games that at least feels personal to someone here in LatiNation Football Club, and that is Galaxy facing Pachuca. Pachuca, top team in Liga MX right now. But, Nick, Galaxy seems that they are in sort of a gasping for air on this tournament, trying to make this year count, and they're really looking somewhat good.
Yeah, I think this tournament is sort of all the team has to lean on right now at this point. This season, you can say, is sort of a wash. It was a learning experience. Let's get over the hump, look ahead while we wait for certain players to come back, things like that. But for the meantime, yes, looking forward to this match. I mean, Pachuca looking amazing, sitting atop the Apertura right now in their own league. They've steamrolled over some pretty good squads so far in Phase 1. Teams that are, I hate to say, better than the Galaxy right now. San Diego, your beloved LAFC as well. And so undefeated in Phase 1, they're coming into this match against a Galaxy that, as you said, has everything to prove. If not in their own domestic league, this tournament is the one to do it. And you know what? As bad as they might be at the moment, we're showing some signs of life in this tournament against these Liga MX squads. We tied against Cruz Azul. I mean, that was pretty good. Okay, went to lose in penalties, but whatever. But other games we've been doing well as well. So I think it's not just like an automatic win for Pachuca. Galaxy, some signs of life, grasping for air, as you said, gasping.
I think that we're going to see a very open, very exciting match with a lot of goals. These 2 teams are going to go out and try to make a mark. Especially Galaxy will struggle with the level of play from Pachuca. In the back line, I feel like either they have a great game or they are not existent at all. Chiva, let's talk about another game that you've been really, really excited about, and that is Tigres versus Miami.
First of all, man, it's so amazing to see the Mexican League go against MLS. I think that's what makes this tournament so exciting, and the fact that we see 8 teams that are very powerful. I mean, you could put Puebla aside, but besides that, I think that we have the right teams. And the quarterfinals, man, Miami Tigres, great game. I think it's a pretty even game, even though I feel like Tigres has way better players than Miami. Yes, they have Messi and Dipo coming in and Suarez, et cetera, et cetera. But when it comes to every single line, I feel like Tigres is stronger. I do believe that they're going to win this match, and they're going to prove that they want to keep winning international cups, because that's what they've been missing.
Let's talk about the other side of the bracket, Puebla versus the Seattle Sounders. In my opinion, there's no competition in that game. Seattle Sounders should take that game. Seattle have been playing really well this tournament. They've been playing really well in the domestic league. And Puebla, well, it's Puebla.
Tienen salud.
But let's round it up. Final game of the quarterfinals, and that is
Orlando Toluca, which is going to be another very close game. I think the weather is gonna help Orlando a lot, because it's super humid and hot in Orlando. But at the end of the day, Toluca, man, has an amazing team. They're the current champions of Liga MX. So I believe it's going to be a very close match. It's going to go to penalty kicks.
Alexis Vega, the reference from Toluca. It's a party animal, but also a massive scorer. And I think that he will be a terrible headache for the American team. Now, it's time for predictions, my friend. We have to break this down. Let's start with Galaxy versus Pachuca. Nick, what is your score prediction and what our audience can expect on this game?
I think we can expect a lot of goals if a few things connect, if our front connects. Sometimes you just see these sparks of brilliance coming from the Galaxy this season so far. When Paintso's on his game, when Gabriel Peck is on his game, things just tend to light up. If we get lucky like that, I would say we're going to have a 3-2 win. Galaxy upsetting, yes, I'm saying upsetting Pachuca, because Pachuca clearly the stronger squad here, but I feel it in my bones.
A little bit of analysis, a little bit of hope there. Chiva,
wishful thinking.
I say a lot of hope in there, but, you know, I mean, he has to go for his team. That's all they have. Galaxy, that's all they have. You know, if they don't win if they don't win the Leagues Cup, I mean, it will be, I think, the worst MLS champion in the history of MLS. You know, winning the cup. One from winning the MLS Cup to the wooden spoon. Wow. But anyway.
But they also might save the season if they win this tournament and qualify to the next CONCACAF Champions Cup. That will be a big consolation prize for the Galaxy. Now let's move to another game, Chiva. Your game, Miami versus Tigres. Who's going to win?
Man, it's going to be a very close game. I think in this game, the Pol is going to score a couple of goals. And if Messi comes in, he's going to score one more. But I think Tigres is going to take it in overtime. You know, Tigres is one of the most powerful teams in the Liga MX. It's just amazing to see these teams going at it. And I do believe that Tigres is going to advance to the semifinal and maybe the future champions of this amazing Leagues Cup that is only bringing good stuff for both leagues.
At this point, we're just dealing con los puros jefes de jefes on both sides of the bracket. My prediction for the Seattle versus Puebla game is clear. I think Seattle is going to run over Puebla 4-0, and I think that they're going to score at least 3 before the first half.
What?
This is going to be dominance because Seattle is just back to its old way when they were a dominant force in MLS. And let's round it up with the final game of the bracket. Nick, what is your prediction for?
Toluca contra Orlando, of course.
That is going to be perhaps the most exciting match to watch of all of these. Orlando's been absolutely on fire. I'm going to say another high-scoring game. 4-3, Orlando takes it.
Orlando has been playing amazingly. They just trashed Miami without Messi, but still they have, they have the Paul, they have Suarez, they have Busquets. So that was a big feat, and they really, really look really well. So I'm supporting that. Although Toluca, the champion. Chiva, do you have a different prediction?
I definitely have a different prediction. I think that Toluca is going to advance. Even though Orlando has a really good team, they haven't done pretty good in the MLS. Yeah, they come from beating Miami, which is a Clásico, their derby, amazing match. But I do see Toluca coming up as a winning team, 2-1 regular time.
There you have it, my friends. Predictions for the quarterfinals of the Leagues Cup. But now we move on to MLS because the last third of the season is upon us. And we have only between 9 and 12 games, depending on what team you follow, for the season to be over. Playoffs are heating up. And we're going to talk about 3 games that are crucial for the playoff picture. We are talking about, first of all, a game that I think is going to be electric. San Jose versus San Diego, my friends. Now, my prediction, San Jose might edge this one, and they will make the home advantage be felt. What about you, Nick?
Oh, man, I was going to say the opposite. I'm seeing San Diego come in and do their thing. 2-1.
Oh,
San
a
Diego.
tight game. What about you, Chua?
3-1 San Jose.
There you have it. Let's move on to another very, very important game this season, at least for Nick, and that is Galaxy versus Miami. Do you see the Galaxy starting a revival? I don't think they're going to make it. I think, mathematically they cannot qualify, but at least are they going to start stealing points from the big games?
I'm going to be an honest person with you. I think Miami is the clear winner coming into this match, but it is possible for the Galaxy.
Everything is possible if you wish hard enough. And finally, to round up this MLS playoff preview, we have the Clásico Tejano, Dallas versus Austin. This is going to be a fun game. They know how to live the passion in Texas. What are your predictions, Nick? I know that you might be biased in this game.
Okay. Spent a little time in North Texas myself, but no stake in this one. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm seeing a tight match. I'm going to say 2-1. Austin looking a little bit better these days. I know Dallas is on a bit of a run right now, but 2-1 for Austin.
I do see Austin winning this game. Dallas has been struggling. Austin is doing a little bit better. Even though their forwards, he got injured and he's out for the season. But Austin 3-1, Ilie Sanchez being the key player in the midfield.
Ilie Sanchez, the former captain and goal scorer in the last championship for LAFC. We wish him well, and hopefully Austin gets the points. But it's time for a break here in LatiNation Football Club. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to break down the Premier League. I already picked my favorite for this season, but I want to hear what you have to say. Join us on Instagram and on social media at LatiNation FC. We'll be right back.
Vegas knows how to celebrate. If you're headed to Vegas for your birthday, plan ahead to get all the birthday freebies the city has to offer. Just by showing your ID, you could get free cash play, scratch cards, drinks, and food at various venues on the Strip. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
He said that was his decision, not a smart baseball play. Like, shut up, Dave. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really. If Ohtani wants to steal third base on his own, let him steal third base on his own, bro. Like, he's Shohei Ohtani. He made the call. He was wrong. He was out. Okay. I wouldn't have called him out for it.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Multiple times on 18 today. It was just so wild. I mean, the distances, JJ hit it to the exact same spot. He had 30 feet, 36 feet, and 30 feet, and made the second playoff hole, the 30-footer there. And then they go to recut the hole,
which I like. I like that, by the way.
Oh, I thought it was great, but I'm like, dude, he might hole out from the fairway. Like, they cut the hole where he's hit every single approach shot.
The Smiley Show, only on SportsGrid.
What would you tell the people right now, though? Like, okay, I like the Rams heading into the season, but I'm not sure about Matthew Stafford because people want to get their bets in. People want their team totals. People want to bet week number 1 here. So what's your prognosis on the Rams? We'll talk long-term in a second. Week number 1, are we just going to say, like, yeah, he's ready. Bullets are flying. He looks great out there because he's a tough dude. But again, a back injury for a quarterback trying to get all that torque on passes, usually not good.
The Early Line, only on
¿Qué tal, amigos? We are back here in LatiNation Football Club, and it is time to continue our preview of the domestic European leagues. Last week, Nik Z broke down how La Liga is shaping up on the upcoming season. Barcelona is still looking to upset the odds because Real Madrid continues to be considered the favorite to win La Liga. Barcelona is struggling to register their players. Rashford is in the line, and Hansi Flick is getting antsy. Also, we have to talk about the Premier League that begins this weekend, and our team of European experts led by Nik Z, Alex Crespo, and Camila Ortiz are going to be breaking it down. But before, we have to talk about the very first European trophy awarded this season. That's right, the UEFA Super Cup was played this week, where Tottenham was very close to upsetting PSG, but Luis Enrique showed that he is probably the top manager right now, because after losing 0-2 on the first half, he was able to do subs and get the results. It was an exciting game. It was clear that PSG has a mentality that is going to be hard to beat. Also, the French league is about to begin. Again, PSG, the favorite to take that domestic tournament. But let's go with Alex Crespo, Nik Z, and Camila Ortiz to break down this game and the upcoming Premier League.
Yes, Modest and Shiva, absolute thrilling match, and you're definitely onto something. That match right there showcases just how beautifully tactical PSG is as a squad. I mean, watching them break down Tottenham piece by piece after they got this amazing lead over one of the top teams in the whole world. Staying strong throughout it. It was a textbook case of remaining strong to the very end, because at the very end, that's all that matters, right? Is who remain resilient. So tell me, Alex, what did you think about that match?
Those last minutes are always so crucial. I mean, Tottenham were just dominating the whole game. And then with those last 2 subs towards the end of the game, 85th minute goal by Kang and Lee, which was un golazo. If you missed it, you missed out on an amazing turnaround. I mean, PSG with the late tie, and then they go into penalties, which was just really just had you on the edge of your feet. They were losing at the beginning with a miss by Vitinha, and then Luis Enrique's new signing for Donnarumma's replacement showed his quality. And so now this begs the question, is Luis Enrique the best coach in the world?
I definitely think, as I said earlier, I mean, this match is one of those matches that really showcase that coaching skill. Now, guys, let's talk about the Premier League that's coming up right now. So many amazing squads to talk about. Let's break it down. Let's start with Liverpool. It's a team that everyone is kind of putting up there as their top favorite to win the league. I can see why. They've spent a lot of moolah. What do you think? What they spend that moolah on? And is that going to get them through to the top spot in this year's?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I am super excited for this Liverpool team. I think they spent a lot of money, but they are coming off such an incredible season, Premier League champions. I mean, this was no easy feat under Arne Slot, who, by the way, just became the 5th manager in history to win the title in his first Premier League season. I mean, this begs the question, will Liverpool live up to, like you said, all this hype? There is so much hype and expectations because we have to keep in mind, they lost some of their, more veteran players. You have to think about Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, Trent Alexander-Arnold. But they did lose some, but we have to talk about, everyone's talking about who they gained. I mean, Florian Wirtz, a record-breaking feat in this transfer, and Hugo Ekitike. This seems like, the future of the club. These are such incredible, young, strong forwards, and I think that this shift is bringing in youth, it's bringing in flair. So yeah, I think that these transfers are going to be a serious threat to the league. Alex, what do you think about all this?
I think that Liverpool is going to be an amazing team this season. But another team that's showing a lot of promise has to be Chelsea. I mean, Club World Cup champions. You can't beat that in the moment. Right now, that means you're the world champion. I mean, they take after Argentina, obviously. We'll see. But I think that with the signings that they've made this season, it's been impeccable. I mean, Hato, Estevao, João Pedro. I mean, and some rumors of Garnacho going there, which I think could honestly be the key to fixing the future of his career.
Yes, and I think that is a very good question. And that's what I love about the Premier League. So many beautiful squads to talk about right now. Liverpool, I think, hands down, looking like the best on paper. Chelsea, with that title of being the world champions, it's hard to disagree with that. Of course, the caliber of their play as well. But again, this is the Premier League we're talking about. So we got Man City absolutely looking beautiful with Erling Haaland right now. Not maybe getting all these amazing signings like other teams are, but they're choosing that quality over quantity. And then, of course, we have Arsenal, maybe not at the top spot right now, but with new signings like Gyökeres, striker from Sweden, putting them on the map as well.
And Madueke from Chelsea, we can't forget about that. So
exactly.
I think their lineup at the attack is going to be insane this season.
Yeah, so no matter how you dish it out, this is going to be an amazing, amazing Premier League this year, 25-26 season. And with that, we got to wrap up the segment. But as always, guys, thank you so much for your expert analysis. The European experts here breaking it down for you guys. And we're going to continue that coverage. I'm going to be heading to the continent of Europe later on in the month. And we're going to start to do some international coverage on the Champions League. Champions! All right, that's it from us over here. Back over to you guys, Marce and Shiva.
Thank you, Nick. That was a great analysis of what can we expect for the upcoming Premier League. Myself, I believe that Liverpool is the favorite as well. They were last season very, very dominating the coach, first time with the team, and they won the EPL. They're one of 5 coaches that has been able to do that. I believe that now with the arrival of Wirtz, this player that is the hottest players on EPL, I think that they have a big, big odds to becoming the champions again, repeating. Not only that, I think that they will have a hard time fending off Chelsea. Chelsea, for me, is that team that, although in the odds is not on the second place, I believe it will be the runner-up. It will be the one behind, because the amount of money that they just put in the team, the momentum from winning the Club World Cup, for me, it's just going to be hard to beat. And so I see that those two teams are going to be fighting neck to neck all season long. And remember this name, Crystal Palace. This team might be the surprise of the tournament, understated. They just qualified for the Champions League. Off the desk, they were taken off the tournament and sent back to Europa. They have a chip on their shoulder, and they will prove it on the domestic league. But it is time to go on a break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to continue breaking down the NWSL playoffs. That's right, the National Women's Soccer League. The biggest game of the season is upon us. Kansas City versus Orlando, un clásico del torneo femenil. And we're going to be talking about the nominees for the Ballon d'Or. So don't go anywhere. I'm Marcelino Ortiz, and I'll be right back.
Want to play roulette? Here's a tip. European roulette has a lower house edge than American style. The lower the house edge, the better shot you have at winning. Most online casinos offer European roulette. So, if I were you, I'd get spinning. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
This is the moment every fan waits for. The countdown's over. The road to kickoff has begun.
Play is here to stay.
I'm not going to name names, Kevin.
From win totals to player props, from division races to MVP debates, we've got eyes on every camp and data feeding 24/7, breaking down every angle across the league. Every pick, every edge, every line that matters. SportsGrid. Your road to kickoff starts now.
Justin Rose has done it so many times in his career. That's like he's so good at everything. There's nothing that he's bad at. You know, every part of his game is at close to a elite level when it's good. And so when he had it going on this week, he's not scared, dude. When he gets that look in his eye, watch out.
The Smiley Show, only on
If you don't like getting hit, you can't do BKFC point blank.
Oh, absolutely. Like in the MMA world, you have opportunities to negate getting hit more so than BKFC. You can get a takedown, you can secure a dominant position where you're less likely to get hit. And even if you are getting hit, you're less damaging because of your position.
Combat Sports Report, only on SportsGrid.
¿Qué tal? We are back here in LatiNation Football Club, and we're going to wrap up this show big time because it's time to talk about the National Women's Soccer League. Yes, this tournament that has really elevated the level of play in the women's side. That's why I'm here with Chiva Mayor, and we are going to be talking about the biggest weekend of the season for the National Women's Soccer League.
Como siempre digo yo, también las mujeres pueden, y este fin de semana we have an amazing game. The current champion, Orlando Pride, facing Kansas City at home with the best supporter group in the NWSL. Pero para todo esto y mucho más, vamos con la experta Camila Ortiz.
Gracias, Chiva. Yes, I am super excited to be back reporting on the NWSL. We have so many amazing players coming back after their international duties, and we are back in full swing. First off, we have to talk about Kansas City with 29 points, and like Chiva said, 8-game winning streak. This is absolutely incredible. But also, I want to talk about who is going to be good enough to face Kansas City in this final. If I had to give my top 4, I have to say Orlando Pride, who is in second place right now, Washington Spirit, San Diego, who was the dark horse this season, and finally, Portland Thorns. But before we get too much into that, guys, I want to know your prediction for this amazing game this weekend.
It's going to be a crazy game. I predict that Orlando, because I'm a big Marta fan, I believe that Marta has the power in her boots to make anything happen. So I say that Orlando Pride does the upset 2-1 or 1-2 if you're very orthodox.
For me, I believe in the power of supporters and Kansas being at home, and not just that, being the best team right now. I think Kansas is going to take it 3-1.
Cami, let us know, how do you think that they're going to break down tactically this game?
Yeah, great prediction, guys. I think that this is going to be Kansas' time to shine. I think they are going to assert their dominance in the league, and I will tell you why, because they are an offensive superpower. We have, icons like Chewinga up there. She is an incredible player, just scored her 30th regular season goal. She is the fastest player to ever do so. This team is so dynamic up top. They work so well together here. I mean, what a stacked squad. It is just going to be an incredible incredible match to see. But I mean, let's not let this Orlando Pride team far behind, because we have icons like Banda, who is in the 3rd place for all-time goal scorer of the season. Again, I do not think this is going to be an easy match by any matter. And I mean, look at the caliber of player. We have my favorite player in the league, I think, Chawinga. I mean, she is just an incredible player. Actually, I don't know if you guys have heard the Ballon d'Or. Does that ring a bell at all?
Well, the one that Marta has won? I think so, yes, of course.
That is right, because the NWSL has a crazy amount of players nominated for this prestigious award, the highest award that an individual player can earn. Camila, what are your predictions for this award season?
I mean, it's kind of hard to give predictions when we have so many amazing players, but yes, we are seeing a total of 5 nominations for the Ballon d'Or from the NWSL. I think that this is an incredible achievement for the league, because it is a testament that they are able to produce top quality players. You know, we have icons like Marta, Banda, Chawinga, like we said, but also other icons who just came from playing, you know, the Euros. We saw Esther Gonzalez, who is also in the NWSL, Bon Mati. So I think, honestly, it's hard to tell, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that a player from the NWSL is able to take this amazing trophy home. But clearly, I think the most heartwarming and nostalgic winner for this amazing trophy would be Marta, because it is unfortunately probably going to be the last time she is nominated for this award. But if I had to choose my top 3 to win this award, let's see. Okay, we gotta go with Chawinga. I mean, she just excels in the NWSL. Chloe Kelly, of course, for her amazing performance in the Euros. And of course, Bon Mati, who had another amazing performance and really showed us a testament of resilience in the Euros. But I do not want to get too far ahead of myself. There are also more games in the NWSL happening this weekend, such as Bay FC versus San Diego Wave. Bay FC is, you know, towards the bottom of the table, and San Diego is fighting for their spot at the top. What do you guys think is going to go down?
Bay FC, brand new team with the NWSL, is struggling. It is, I think, something is expected. San Diego Wave fighting for that spot on top, or the top 4. It's going to be a great game, but obviously San Diego's going to take it.
San Diego has been the big revelation of this tournament. Camila, just like you predicted early in the season, you were like, San Diego is going to get it, and they are getting it. Soon they will have a special game where they're going to retire the jersey of Alex Morgan, a historical player for the U.S. national team, and for San Diego Wave as well. Now let's move on to the next game. What is also happening this weekend?
Yes, we have another super exciting match happening this weekend. We have the Portland Thorns versus North Carolina Courage. These are 2 teams that are fighting for that middle to top, you know, spot in the standings. And I think this is going to be a battle, because at the end of the day, to be honest, both of these teams, they need the 3 points to get them that leg up. But that's all the time we have for today, and that is the end of my report.
The last 10 games of the season are ahead of us for the National Women's Soccer League. And with that, we have to say goodbye, my friends. Thank you for being here with us. You at home are the MVP of LatiNation Football Club. And I'm your host, Marcelino Ortiz, and I'll be waiting next week con lo mejor del fútbol.
Want to play roulette? Here's a tip. European roulette has a lower house edge than American style. The lower the house edge, the better shot you have at winning. Most online casinos offer European roulette. So, if I were you, I'd get spinning. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
This is the moment every fan waits for. The countdown's over. The road to kickoff has begun.
Play is here to stay.
I'm not going to name names, Kevin.
From win totals to player props, from division races to MVP debates, we've got eyes on every camp and data feeding 24/7, breaking down every angle across the league. Every pick, every edge, every line that matters. SportsGrid. Your road to kickoff starts now.
Justin Rose has done it so many times in his career. That's like he's so good at everything. There's nothing that he's bad at. You know, every part of his game is at close to a elite level when it's good. And so when he had it going on this week, he's not scared, dude. When he gets that look in his eye, watch out.
The Smiley Show, only on
If you don't like getting hit, you can't do BKFC point blank.
Oh, absolutely. Like in the MMA world, you have opportunities to negate getting hit more so than BKFC. You can get a takedown, you can secure a dominant position where you're less likely to get hit, and even if you are getting hit, you're less damaging because of your position.
Combat Sports Report, only on SportsGrid.